Hey, everybody, and welcome to the weekly coaching recap. I am Allegra Stein. You can find me over at allegrastein.com. And every Tuesday, I host an open mentorship call for the members of Misfit to Maverick, which is the mentorship, membership, and community that I run for coaches. I've been running it for almost 2 years now. And on these calls, I invite the coaches who are participating to capture their big insights and takeaways using digital Post-its and a Jamboard, which is part of the Google Suite. So let me just show you really quick the Jamboard that came up this time. Isn't it beautiful? All of the awesome aha moments that everybody had. And then what I like to do is just hop on here and in about 10 minutes or so, just give you the highlights, because even if you're not a member of Misfit to Maverick, I hope some of these ideas will help you on your coaching journey. You can learn more about Misfit to Maverick below. If you're looking for some help for your own coaching projects, consider joining us. And as soon as next Tuesday, you could be with me workshopping all of the coaching projects that you're working on or would like to be working on. All right, let's just dive in. So one of the things that we talked about, and this note jumps out at me, is to always have something to invite people to. I am a big fan of having something regularly scheduled where someone you meet or someone who discovers you can interact with you, hear you, talk with you, engage with you, maybe learn from you a little bit. This can take many forms. One of the things we were talking about on the call was hosting a weekly free workshop or conversation. I used to host these locally. If you have local opportunities, if you live somewhere where there's a cafe or maybe a library that you can use, every Wednesday at 10, consider showing up and starting to talk about this conversation circle that you host or workshop or whatever you want to call it. Lately, I've been doing free Voxer office hours on Fridays. You can see those over on Instagram. I share them with my email community. And it's just a way for people who maybe have seen my work but haven't met me yet to have a very low risk but very high touch way of engaging. I've always been a big fan of that. Now, just keep in mind that this is very aligned to my strengths. I am a relator, so I do like meeting people. But I just think even if it's, open coaching, maybe an open coaching hour, and people can sign up for individual spots. There's lots of ideas we could do it, lots of places we could take this idea, but having something to invite people to is really awesome, because then when you meet someone and they say, what is it you do? You can say, well, you should come check out this thing that I do and get a little taste of it. And because it's free, it's easy for other people to invite their friends. So one person comes and they're like, oh, hey, you should check this thing out that this coach is doing. And again, I just find it's a great thing to have as part of your free museum of your coaching ecosystem. Let's see. Oh, this one. Yeah, this was someone noted ask permission at every stage. So this is actually related to just something I learned about how I approach discovery calls. So these are the calls, again, where you're talking with someone about coaching and you're potentially going to make an offer for or a proposal for what the coaching partnership is going to look like. During those calls, I like to be very intentional that between each stage, I'm asking permission to move on to the next one. So let's say for the first 45 minutes or so, I've just been asking the person what it is that they want, what's in the way. We've been drawing this map of, what it is that they want to create, do, see, change, experience. And I'm feeling like, all right, we're getting to the moment where I'm feeling like this could be a fit. I would really love to work with and support this person, but I'm not sure if they do. So I will ask, I will say, listen, this has been amazing. I love hearing your story. I'm feeling really inspired to continue the conversation about the possibility of working together. Would you like to hear details about what coaching with me is like? And then they'll usually say, yeah, tell me. And then I talk about a little, the nuts and the bolts, what my coaching is like, how things usually look. And then I will say, I say, do you have any questions? They'll ask questions. And then I'll say, would you like to hear what the investment's going to be? Yes, I would. Right. So I'm just asking permission at every stage of this conversation. So it doesn't feel like I am putting something on them that they're not ready for. And so that's what that Post-it note captured. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this is one I shared over on Instagram. I'll post it in the comments, but I put a reel up about this. Consider sharing what the investment is at the beginning of your discovery call. It is not uncommon for people to come on these calls wondering how much it's going to cost. And I know for myself, I hear it from other coaches, we want to try and hide that piece or wait until the end, or there's lots of different kind of strategic advice about it. But I want to invite you to consider telling them the price at the beginning. Just addressing the elephant in the room, putting it on the table. And as the Instagram reel kind of explains, and again, I've shared that link below, you can then back into the coaching partnership. You can say, yeah, here's what the coaching partnership costs. What would be worth it for you? What would be worth that for you? Like, what could we work on? What could I help you do that would be worth that financial investment? And another really important note is that they're not just investing money. In fact, the money might be the easiest thing for them to invest. Don't forget to talk about the time, the attention, the willingness maybe to try new things, to challenge some old habits. So there's lots of stuff to explore around what it means for someone to commit to coaching with you. The money is just one piece. And what if it's actually the easiest piece of the whole thing? Oh, okay. So this is so relatable. It's like this question of, well, and I think it was in the context of sending an email and letting people know what our offer is, like, or just say, like, telling someone, hey, this is how you can work with me. And someone said, but, I don't want them to think that I'm trying to pressure them to buy something. And again, I'm trying to remember the exact context of it, but it was something like that. Like, well, what if they think that? And my reply was, so what if they think that? It's okay for people to think things about you and your work. And the people who are thinking maybe not so positive things about it aren't the people who are going to buy from you anyway. Right? So let people think whatever they're going to think. Let people think whatever they want and have whatever opinions and judgments they want about the work that you're putting out there. Because if you're not inciting any kind of critique or negative judgment or whatever, then we're probably not saying what we really want to say or sharing what we really want to share. And I also like to remember that people are judging all the time. This isn't about not being judged. I think what we're trying to avoid is being judged negatively. But that's not my business. It's not your business either. So there are some post-its here, what if they think that? The people who might think something I don't want them to think are the people who won't hire me anyway. I just really appreciated that came up in the call. Let's see if I can pull one more. Oh, that's quick. Discovery call. Okay, the last thing I want to share, and this is a couple of notes, it says, let people know what I do. Let people know that you do this work professionally and that they can chat with you for more information. Tell people what you do. There is something in the water around coaching and coaches. Again, I drank it for a really long time where it's like, oh, I don't want, like we try and, I don't know what it is. It's like we try and hide what we're doing, or we don't want to be too forward, that like, this is our work. And I've really just tried to adopt and lean into, like, it's okay to tell people that this is your job. It's okay to offer a free workshop that is genuinely no strings attached, and tell people in the workshop that if they want to work with you, this is how they can learn more. Both things can happen, and it doesn't take away from it. Me hosting a free workshop and at the beginning of it saying, hey, I'm really excited to dive into this with you today. This is the work that I do professionally. If you would like more help with it, at the end of the call, feel free to check this link out, or feel free to send me a message. And whatever it is that you're creating, if it's these weekly calls, if it's a weekly free workshops, if it's any kind of activity that is both of service, but also letting people know what you do, don't be shy to talk about it. I think that's actually where it starts to feel most funky, is not wanting to upset people by telling them that this is our work. But what if we just put it on the table at the beginning? So yeah, this is what I do. You can hire me to do this with you over the long term in a really cool way. And if you'd like that, here it is. And now let's just get into the conversation that we're going to have. So that's what inspired those couple of Post-it notes. Let me just see really quick if I got them. It says, yeah, so what if they think that? Is that what it was? Oh, let people know that you do this work professionally and that they can chat with you for more information. Tell people what you do, right? All right, sorry, I got a little bit scattered there at the end because I just love this stuff so much. If you have a question, post it below. If you're in Misfit to Maverick, bring all of your follow-up questions into our Mighty Network. Feel free to come to the next Tuesday mentorship call and we can talk about the projects you're working on. And if you're not in Misfit to Maverick, you should be, because it's awesome over there. In the meantime, I hope this video has been helpful. I'll see y'all next week.